Hey everybody, this is something a bit different today. I figured I would show off some stuff that I've worked on over the past year for personal reasons and for Twitch and the week off work campaign. And that's my sketches and drawings that I've done over the past year or so. I don't know, I just have kind of gotten back into drawing. Not like seriously, I never consider myself an artist, and that's one thing to note. I'm gonna try and show the reference pictures if I can to each drawing. I'm not someone who can do freeform art great. I pretty much have to look at something and try and replicate it. So I'm not claiming any of this like to be, oh, you know, I just drew this. Some people consider that plagiarism. I just like drawing what I see. That's basically all this is. So yeah, do not claim any of like the positions or anything to be my own. But yeah, I've gotten back into it. I haven't drawn much since high school. So basically 10 years. Since early high school. So I'd say like 13 years. I really just didn't draw that much. I'll kind of show you why. Here, let's go ahead and just jump into it. This was a drawing I did in 8th and 9th grade. This is gonna be the only one from like that long ago, but I've shown it off in the Smash Bros video before. But this is, and you're gonna see the ring light. And I'll try and jump to scans as well. But this was a drawing I did of 252 characters that I wanted in Smash Bros. At the time. I started it before Smash Brawl, Super Smash Brothers Brawl, and finished it like, you know, a year or two after it came out. Which it's funny to look back because like some characters like Cloud is not on here because I was like, you know, the Cloud wouldn't make it in, but I've got like Rock Hawk, or like Blizzard from Primal Rage and stuff. Weird. But yeah, this is probably the drawing I'll always be the most proud of, because I literally spent years on it. But it looks like an 8th grader, 9th grader did it, and yeah, that's about right. So we'll start getting into those sketches now, the ones within the past year. All this stuff is pretty off the cuff, by the way, as far as like my presentation. I don't have anything like planned for each thing. So it's just gonna be a loose video. Anyway, so let's get into this. Yeah, so this one was this was a really quick sketch, but I was watching, and let me make sure. I was watching a lot of One Piece, and I need to get back into it. I'm at Whole Cake Island. I've been watching it dubbed. Yeah, I really wanted to draw Luffy, and I think that kind of is what got me back into sketching. This isn't great. It was pretty quickly done, but you know, it's kind of what got me back into it. So I don't know. Next, all of these, all 2 of them, are from. There was a stream I did a while ago. Yeah, probably like early January, maybe late December. I don't even remember. Where I wanted to draw as the stream, and I gave that a shot. And one of my warm-ups always with drawing, even though I haven't been doing it as much, is Sonic. So this is a quick, like, this took like probably a minute, maybe 2 minutes to draw. And it's a little Sonic. And we have another Sonic coming up, but that I think is much more detailed and better. But you know, I'm always happy with how quickly I can draw Sonic. Sonic is easily the character I've drawn the most in my life. So yeah. Next is Beautiful Joe, also from that stream. One of the reasons why I'm doing this video, by the way, is because I'm about to part with a lot of these drawings because it was for the week off work campaign, and I need to send them out. It's way overdue. I should have sent them out a while ago, but you know. Anyway, yeah. So this isn't for the week off work, but I just wanted to explain that. But this was on stream. Beautiful Joe. The problem is, this scarf, like, I couldn't find any render where the scarf actually ended, and that's where you can see where my talent goes out the window. The end of the scarf is worse compared to the rest of the drawing. Also, his eye's a little small here, but overall, I think it came out pretty good. So, yeah, the camera's probably gonna do a lot of like auto focusing and all that. Yeah. Okay, next one. These, by the way, all of these are my personal ones right now, and then we'll get into the campaign ones. Okay, so this one. Someone I know was describing their favorite anime, or one of their favorite anime, and it turned out to be a show called Chobits. I ended up checking the show out, and I really rather enjoyed it. And when I was done, I thought I'd draw Chi, so... That's Chi from Chobits. She's like the main character, the mascot of the show. And yeah, I don't know, I really enjoyed the show, and I thought I'd draw that. So. Okay, so I'm here to interject. This is the most current version of me. You're gonna see like me at 3 different dates throughout this video. But with Chi, one thing I wanted to note is that her eyes, I drew them too close together. Chi, her eyes are really far apart, and I've come to realize I just struggle with that. I'm afraid to draw eyes too far apart, and she kind of has like a Tino Tonatini thing going on. If you don't know who Tino Tonatini is, he's from the Weekenders. If you do know who Tino Tonatini is, give me a call if you're a woman. No. But yeah, honestly, yeah, I like the Chi drawing. I just, I wish I could just do the eye further apart thing, but whatever. So the same person also introduced me to a show called Hyoka, which I liked so much I ended up going and buying it on Blu-ray. Yeah, it's a good like slice of life mystery romance sort of anime. Check it out if you haven't. I think it seems underrated. But the second closing of that show is my favorite of the openers and closers. So I drew this from the second closing. I think this is one of the best ones I've done. But it's Chitanda and Mayaka. Yeah, Mayaka. I keep forgetting. I always forget her name. But yeah, I don't know. I'm really happy with this one. So yeah, Hyoka. Next is probably my favorite anime. It's cliche, but it's Cowboy Bebop. I love me some Cowboy Bebop. I'm pretty happy with this one. The reason for the weird scribbly background is I think I got like a stain. Yeah, there's a stain right here, so I started like doing that. And then also, you can maybe tell. Oh, it's on this side. I made his hair go out way too far. Right here. I don't know if you could see. But, yeah, the scribbles I kind of used to cover up my mistakes. But I think it overall came out well. Yeah, one thing, if I didn't say it already, one of the reasons I am making this video is I like how they appear on camera as opposed to the scans I posted on Instagram. I still think the scans are good, but I don't know. I feel like it pops more, in person and on camera. So I want people to see that. So, yeah, I don't know. You might be hearing some noise outside. I'm not sure. Okay, next. I started watching Yu Yu Hakusho. I have not finished it, but funny thing about this one. This is Yusuke. I tried to do another image, but any character that has like a round face like that, I always struggle with. And I tried doing one where it was more of like an action pose, and I just did not like how it was coming out. But I am happy with this one. I was like, I've got to do a Yu Yu Hakusho one, so yeah, Yusuke. I enjoy it. A show I just finished up at this time of filming. Oh, and by the way, I have Cowboy Bebop on Blu-ray and on well, they're both on Blu-ray. I also have it on DVD, but the series and the movie. But a show that I recently finished up. It's a little show called Himagure Orange Road. Happy Console Gamer is kind of who got me into this show through one of his Christmas promo videos. But yeah, I was really enjoying it, and I love the the two main characters and everything. So I did Kyosuke and Ayukawa. That's always what he sees, or that's how he pronounces it. Ayukawa. But yeah, I don't know. I thought this was a cute image, so I decided to recreate it myself. Wow. I think her hair could be up a little bit more. I kind of want to do another Ayukawa drawing, but we'll see if I get around to that. This one, I don't think I'm posting on Instagram because I'm not super happy with it, just because the head shape and everything is wrong. But this was my attempt at the country roads scene, the one where they play it on violin from Whisper of the Heart. Great anime. Honestly, a bit of a tearjerker, but yeah, it's a. I'm not super happy with this one, and same sort of thing with the background. I tried to make the background darker because the shading seemed too dark, and overall, I'm just not happy with this one as much. But yeah. So for right now, those are all the personal ones I've done. Thing is, I might be jumping back and forth on footage with this because there's some drawings for the week off work campaign that aren't done. That aren't done at this moment. So I might be jumping to those when they apply to a certain person who requested each drawing, that sort of thing. And if I have any personal ones that I've worked on since then, I'll post them right now. I'll put them right here. So, okay, so you're seeing me a couple times throughout the video. This is the most current version of me. I've been working on the video for a while now, and it should be up today. But yeah, so this is. I was talking about how I wanted another drawing of Ayukawa. And I ended up doing this. I saw this frame, and I immediately was like, oh man, I want to draw that someday, but I didn't do it until I wanted to. So, yeah, I really like this one. Honestly, when you look at, I noticed while editing this, when you look at any of the references, my sketches really aren't that great. But I think in a vacuum, they hold up pretty well, but like, I'll throw up, the reference image, and you'll see that this head is like kind of squished comparatively, but that's okay. That's drawing for you. If it's never gonna be perfect, or at least if I draw. So, but yeah, I don't know. I really like this one. So yeah, you can't go wrong with Ayukawa. Okay, and now the final drawing. I did this a few days ago, but it's from an anime I've come to really enjoy. And that's City Hunter. Yeah, I definitely do enjoy City Hunter. I'm only on the second Blu-ray here, but I wanted to get them all before they're like out of print, or all the series so far. Still gotta get the movie ones. But yeah, so we've got here Ryo Saeba, which I rather like this one. The only thing I would say are the eyes are a little off, and the head shape is probably a little off too. I tend to do that. But yeah, I don't know. I do really like this one. As far as City Hunter goes, I I enjoy the show. It's pretty formulaic, and it's not a show for everyone. It's kind of like Johnny Bravo meets anime meets like the most ridiculous action scenes out there. But I kind of love it. But yeah, it's definitely a product of its time. And, you know, there's aspects of it I'm not a fan of. But yeah, overall, I've come to really, you know, kind of enjoy City Hunter for cheesy reasons. But yeah, and he was in Jump Force. That's how I first found out about him, even though I never actually played the game. But yeah, I don't know. I rather like it. So, also, man, as an editor, I really, really, really want to put City Hunter music in the background here, but I don't want to get copyright stricken. It's happened when I've done like the Evangelion music and stuff. But I think I'll show 2 seconds of the intro. I just love the City Hunter vibe and music so much. So here. Yeah, that was worth it. All right, so maybe you saw more drawings for me. I'm not sure. From me. But now we're getting into the week off work sketches. So originally the concept for the week off work sketches was if you donated $20, I would draw something quickly for you. And Ron, my good friend Ron, OniKiller81, or DJ Used Condom, wanted Prince Flea Swallow from Parappa the Rapper. So this was easily the quickest one that I did. But, you know, I think it came out fine. However, I decided to give Ron a redraw, because after Ron, I just really spent a lot of time on each drawing, so I felt like Ron kind of got, you know, cheated. So I redid Prince Flea Swallow. Now the thing is, first off, I think his head looks better here now. I think it looks more proper. The thing is, a character like Prince Flea Swallow, I don't know if you've played Parappa the Rapper. It's not exactly the most detailed game. So, redrawing Prince Flea Swallow to be better isn't exactly, you know, I don't know how much more detailed you can get with a game like Parappa the Rapper, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, next, from Michael and Abby, they wanted me to draw the character I've drawn the most. Good old Sonic the Hedgehog. I think this is one of my best drawings of Sonic to date. It's one of the most detailed. I did mess up here on the shoe, so then I created motion lines, like as if he was jumping, just to cover up my mistakes. But yeah, I think this Sonic drawing came out well. My handwriting is god-awful, by the way. You'll notice that. But I think the drawing came out pretty well, so I'm pretty happy with it. Next, Dre Sir. I know Dre Sir's been waiting for my drawing, so I'm finally happy to film this video and get them to him. Hopefully they've gotten to him by the time this video has gone up. But yeah. So the first one he requested was Yoshi. I tried to reference the Smash Ultimate render for Yoshi. The thing is, the proportions are a bit off on this one. However, I'd say this Yoshi looks more in tune with, like, the artwork for Super Mario World, that Yoshi, where he's a little bit longer. So I think it still works, but yeah, in Ultimate, the Yoshi's head is like way bigger compared to how this drawing came out. But yeah, I'm very happy with it. So let's continue on. This one was a bit weird, because it's not how I normally draw Crash Bandicoot. So this is... I'm not, like, super jazzed about how this one came out. No offense, Dre Sir. I think it's okay. His arms are a bit weird. I kind of put his arms in a weird position. They should be more symmetrical, but they're not. But the thing is, I was trying to draw based off, not, like, artwork, but, like, his actual polygonal figure. And that was a bit difficult. I don't know, it's hard to capture polygons, but I think it came out okay, but it is not my favorite. But I am proud of any drawing I do. You know, if I'm not at least somewhat happy with a drawing, it usually gets tossed aside. So, yeah, I'm proud of every one that I've done here. Okay, now is going to be the longest streak of drawings for people who donated to the campaign, and that is Ondaji, who was the highest donator of the campaign. Now, at this moment in time, I have done 5 of Ondaji's drawings, so expect a jump at some point. But first one he wanted was Samus. This is based off of some Super Metroid artwork, if I remember correctly. And Ondaji always wants me saying something like hilarious. The running theme is he wants all the characters to want to date him. Ondaji is something else. But yeah, it says, Ondaji, you're out of this world. Date me, please. I do think the arm is a bit messed up here. Like, the arms are a little too much. But overall, I like how this one came out. I think it's pretty good. So, yeah. That's probably when I started to get a bit more detailed. Like, everything was detailed, but Samus was like, you know, there was a lot. I did have to cut down on some of the details, because when you're streaming, you know, there's only so much you can do. My leg is falling asleep. Okay. Next is Snake, which Ondaji sent me, like, it's a photo that would have taken me years to try and accurately replicate on stream. So that was not possible. So I just tried my best to like quickly do this. I still spent a lot of time on it, but I think the arms on this one are probably a little weird. But yeah, for this Snake, it says, Ondaji, thank you for saving me that one time. Please date me. Yeah, not my favorite drawing, but I do still like it. By the way, one thing I wanted to know, all of these were done with just a simple, like, ballpoint pen. It's the Uniball Signa 207. I believe this is the correct one I used. There's, like, 1 or 2 where I didn't have these pens, but I went out and bought more of them. I think they're great, but they're not exactly, like, the most, like... They're not... I don't think they're made for artwork, but I've been trying to want to do more artwork with pen, so I can, like, figure out how to fix mistakes and things of that nature, you know, get creative with it. Because when I draw with pencil and paper, I tend to erase a lot, so I'm trying to get more confident in my drawing and use pen, dang it. So, yeah, all of these were done with pen. And that's the pen. Yeah. Okay, next. This is one of my favorites, minus maybe the eyes. This is Jill Valentine from Resident Evil. This artwork is based off of her MVC2 render. And this one says, Ondaji, you're so cool. Will you be my zombie? I do like how this one came out. Yeah, this is one of my favorites from the campaign. So next, a game close to Ondaji and my heart, Shenmue. Shenmue is where I met Ondaji from streaming Shenmue. There are some flies flying around. I'm sorry, this place is... Bugs always get in here. There's nothing I can do about it. But here is Ryo Hazuki from Shenmue, which says, Ondaji, please be my new daddy. Because Ryo loses his dad at the beginning of Shenmue 1. Horrible. Anyway, I think this one's okay. I believe this is based off of Project Cross Zone artwork. But I do think he has a bit of like almost like a Robert De Niro thing going on with the face. It's not perfect, but I am pretty happy with it. I think I might have made it the body too big for the head, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, this next one I'm not super happy with. but it is what it is. This is supposed to be Elizabeth from BioShock Infinite, a game I've never actually played. The problem with this one is her face. The problem is she's one of the more like realistic characters I've tried to draw, and one of my weaker aspects, first off, drawing realistic things. Like if you told me to draw like Tom Hanks or something, it's not gonna go over well. But it's lips and eyes, and just looking at Elizabeth, I think those are like two of the most prominent features. Like I don't know. I feel like you're supposed to, like, just from what I've seen of BioShock Infinite, I feel like you're supposed to be, like, entranced by this girl, and I know she, like, opens, like, holes in fabric of time or whatever. But, yeah, that's also why I did the spiral, to make her appear more beautiful. But my drawing, it doesn't quite capture Elizabeth as well as I wanted to. But it was the best attempt that I did on stream, so... yeah. Oh, and this one says, Audigy, please be my big daddy. Because big daddies are enemies in BioShock. So, okay, and this is me a few months later, and I've done like 1 or 2 more drawings. This is one for Audigy. This is Audigy's last one, and it's Sheik, specifically Sheik from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, with the little scarf and everything like that. And I like how this one came out. I think this one's pretty good. I realize like her head could be more symmetrical, but whatever. I love Audigy's line of, "Hey Audigy, let's link up." The most Audigy style line. But yeah, so now at the point of filming this, I can now finally mail Audigy all of his stuff, and I'm really excited to send it to him. So Audigy, thank you for everything you did during that campaign, and sorry it took so long to get everything to you, but yeah, here's the final one, Sheik. Okay, next, this was also one of the more realistic ones done. However, it's a fictional thing, so it was easier for me, and that is the Demogorgon from Stranger Things. My good pal Andy and Omni wanted me to draw this one, and I think it came out pretty well. Oh, yeah, I forgot. There is, like, a slight hole. Oh, yeah, this is when I used a different pen. I did not like those pens as much. They just didn't glide as easily. But overall, you know, I think it came out pretty well. Oh, I think one of his arms are longer than the other, but, you know, it is what it is. It's a monster, you know. Next. Another one from a game that I have not played. Robbie the Rabbit from Silent Hill 3. He wanted Robbie the Rabbit drinking a Mountain Dew. For a Mountain Dew Baja Blast. For some reason. And basically, you could tell here that I made the bottle a little too long. So, here come the motion lines. Bam! Trying to fix my mistakes. So, it's him picking up that Baja Blast. And just little motion lines, and then I put a little pedestal here, so so he, you know, has something to pick the drink off of it. And this is supposed to be Baja Blast he got on his face, not blood. It's Baja Blast. Come on. But yeah, Robbie the Rabbit. Cool. The next one. This was another one where I used a pen that I didn't like as much. But this one was for my good old older brother, Austin. This is who is one of his faves. I watched my brother play Final Fantasy growing up. That and Legend of Dragoon. So Final Fantasy VII is close to our hearts. And yeah, Sephiroth, this is based off of his Smash... Here, sorry. This is based off of his Smash Ultimate render. The problem is, it is so detailed. I was spending way too much time. There was no way I could, like, do all the feathers, like, properly, so I just kind of quickly sketched them. Or, like, doing all of his hair individually, like, it was going to take way too long. You know, where people on stream just aren't even going to stick around. So, I did it as, as good as I could, but you know, can't have all the details there. Next, it's for my good friend Cotton Candy Brandy 69. He requested that I draw Haunter. I think this one came out pretty good. I do think the eyes, like when you're looking compared to the official render, there's something off about like the perspective of the eyes. But Haunter, he had me draw it because Haunter is my favorite Pokemon. So I love me some Haunter, and yeah, I think it came out. I think it came out well. So yeah. Next, for my good pal Danny, he requested the Cat Bus from My Neighbor Totoro. This is probably one of my favorites. I tried to find, you know, a still of something that I could replicate well, and the best one I saw was him on the house. Well, actually, no, I think... No, Danny, I think, suggested this one, but yeah, I think it came out well. Yeah, I forgot. I have them usually send me the positions, but I don't know. I'm happy with this one. I think the Cat Bus looks super dope. So, yeah. Okay, so this one you can see where my freeform just isn't as good as, like, you know, me looking at something. And my friend asked for Jacked Kirby, I believe. Swole Kirby, sorry. So I took an image of Kirby. I did find some images of Jacked Kirby, but I didn't want to... It was someone's artwork, so I didn't want to replicate it exactly. So yeah, this is Kirby. This is so dumb looking. But this was for Dexter D. Dog, my good pal. But yeah, it's not perfect at all, but it was a hilarious draw. I was laughing the entire time making this, but yeah, I don't know how to get the proportions for Swole Kirby perfectly down, so yeah. Okay, next we have my boy Turkey Slurpee, aka Surgeon, who requested Roy Koopa, who is his main in Smash Ultimate. Sorry, my throat's starting to go. Yeah, he requested Roy Koopa. I think this one came out pretty okay. I think the clown card needs to be bigger for the proportions to be correct. But overall, yeah, I like how this one turned out. So, yeah, Roy's our boy, as Surgeon would say. But only that Roy, not that other one. Also, that was based off of his Smash Ultimate render. Sorry, my throat is starting to go. But next we have Steve, who, this one was difficult. Because, well, first off, you know, with Steve, I was using a straight edge, like a library. Oh, no, it was my Disney ticket. Disney actually has, like, physical cards. But I was using that as a straight edge to kind of get, you know, Steve to be proper. His eyes are a little too far to the right. I ended up making his head a little longer because I felt like the proportions were off. But, yeah, Steve's complexion, since I did these little pixels and darkened them, then I needed to make his skin a little darker as well. Steve's complexion is, like... I can actually show you here. Is a little darker compared to Alex. So, I tried to replicate that in the drawing. I do think I went a little too far. But overall, I think it's okay. I'm not, like, super happy with it, but I think it's pretty good. Okay, also from Alex, we have Magikarp. This is... I really like how this one came out. I think maybe there might be something wrong with, like, the whiskers there. But other than that, oh yeah, and he had me say, splash, splash, bitch. And I forgot, if I didn't mention it, for Steve, it says never dig straight down, which I guess is like a Minecraft thing, so... I've only played Minecraft a little bit. But yeah, this one says, splash, splash, bitch. I don't know. I love it. But yeah, I think Magikarp came out pretty well. I ended up doing the number thing, like I did with Haunter, so to have consistency between the Pokemon. drawings. But yeah, I think it came out well. Back to me again. Now for Alex's final drawing. It's Bubsy the Bobcat. Apparently, Bubsy for the Super Nintendo was Alex's first game. So, yeah, of course he says, what could possibly go wrong? I realized I could have put possibly, P-A-W, but I forgot. So, yeah, I just finished this one up today, so decided I'd do the filming. And I've been meaning to send out on the G's. So, yeah, I think it came out all right. The only thing is I think his shirt might be a little too high, so I tried to like pull it down by like making this thicker, but I don't know if it helped. But yeah, so that's it. It's Bubsy. And the last one for this recording, we have the Demon Deacon from Wake Forest, the college football team, or you know. The College of Wake Forest, who beat FSU this year. But I felt bad about drawing this. I drew this before the game, and then now I feel like a traitor. But overall, it's K-Mill's favorite football team, so I was happy to do it for him. So yeah, and K-Mill, if I didn't say it, is the one who requested this. So yeah, I don't know. I'm happy to have gotten to share these all with you. You might jump to some future drawings now. I'm not sure. So. Okay, so there's no future drawings. Those were all the ones from the campaign. So yeah, and all of my most recent drawings I did earlier in the video. So yeah, that's it for the video. Honestly, I've come to really enjoy drawing again. It's honestly, it's kind of therapeutic. I really recommend it. If you're like, if your mind's just racing all over the place and you just need something to focus on and just like get grounded, honestly, just try drawing something. It really has helped me over the years. So yeah, I don't know, I just really recommend it. If you like this sort of more laid-back video of me just kind of talking about things that either I've drawn or whatever, you know, I'm open to the idea of doing more videos like this where I, you know, just kind of talk about things. Like maybe I could talk about like games in a series or something. I don't know. I'm up to the idea. So if you like this, show some support. You know, just let me know. Also, you know, go do the normal YouTube thing. I'm not gonna give the whole spiel, but you know it by now. Show some support. That I'd really appreciate it. I really like doing YouTube. But it's a lot of effort for like little reward in terms of like, I like putting hours of work into a video, but when people don't watch it, it's kind of discouraging. So if you like this sort of thing, just let me know. You know, it would encourage me to do more. Anyway, yeah, that's it for the video. So yeah, I'll see you guys at some point. Maybe I'll see you in a live stream. Maybe I'll see you in a video. I won't see you, but maybe you'll see me. All right. Anyway, that's it.